Oh, Jesus. All right, so ow, I just watched, I don't know, it's like a 20-minute video of this woman pulling her heart out about her addiction, her alcoholism. And I was, I was listening, paying attention, kept waiting for the moment. And I think the moment that came was not the moment that was intended. But at some point, she had gone through uh, rehab and counseling, and she got this uh, evaluation back about, I hope this is actually recording, about, I think it's still working. If I touch it, I'll screw it up. You see these, they used to call them psychs or shrinks, but you see these professional people, and they supposedly develop a opinion on why you're addicted. And maybe they do. But one of the issues I had when I went into rehab the first time, um, and I don't even think I realized what my issue was until I saw this video recently, this evening. Um, is, when you have an addiction, substance abuse, whatever it is, when you have it for so long, the thing that puts you on that path, in my opinion, somewhere you set that aside and you have tried to overcome. And there are times in your life when you have succeeded and you've been a better person, you've been sober. Uh, anyway, so I've been through detox twice, tried to go through rehab twice. The last place was not at all good, but maybe if I shed a little light, it'll be helpful for somebody else. Maybe it won't. But sometimes these counselors or professionals or therapists or whatever, and I swear to God, I've been guilty of it. I'm guilty of it now. Sometimes you don't need to dig so far in the past to find the root cause, but look for that little ray of sunshine that even brought you to treatment. That little piece of yourself, that little the good that is still left in you that you want to share and express. And that's what I got so upset about in my first rehab place and my second rehab place. It's like, I got something to share. I want to express. I don't want to be just labeled a drunken piece of shit I don't want to be labeled a meth head. I'm here trying to improve, but that's how y'all treat me. So that's how I'm going to act. If you don't take the time to find the good in people, they're just going to keep going to their past because they haven't got any benefit out of their future. And you know, I got an evaluation from a doctor or something, and I mean, I kind of lost my cool about it. I was like, this is total bullshit. They kept talking about my just total lack of confidence, and you know, just not see now I can't even articulate it. It just made me feel like this schmuck that sat in a corner and didn't do anything for anybody anywhere. And maybe that's how I appear to a lot of people. But I can assure you that schmuck has confidence. And that's why I do the things that I do. That's why I build things that I build. I create the things I create. I write what I write. You know, draw, friction, fire. I don't care what, you know. I am not without confidence. And maybe the roundabout wrong way of going through rehab and this money-making merchandise scam is, you know, they want you to be sick. I mean, it doesn't help them if you get better in 30 days. I mean, they want you to take the after classes and the other shit and the other. I mean, it's just, you know, just keep listening to all this stuff, and they fucking stenciled out shit like we got when we were in Providence Middle School. The pink and purple stencil worksheets. You check shit off, and it's just over and over, you know, day after day, and you're just like, God damn, can we get to the root of the fucking problem? You know, the root of the problem may not be you're an alcoholic or abuser or whatever. The root of the problem is you got something to say or do that could benefit the world, and nobody's listening. Maybe. It's just a thought. But it clicked in my head the last place I was in, which was, I mean, I can only give that place 1.5 stars. It was so sterile. And there was, I mean, sorry, I've been sick for 4 or 5 days now. There was no expression by way of art, music, sculpture. There was no expression at all of success or failure from anyone that ever went to that place. And I kind of need, I mean, I want to see that. Like, I like seeing furniture, even failed furniture. I like to see projects that people have taken on and they tried to succeed. Maybe it succeeded, maybe it failed. You know, I like to see artwork where people put it up there and say, well, this was out of perspective or what. people trying to do and be what they are. This place was blank, nothing. They had a lot of TVs and a lot of sofas, and everybody just sort of flopped in this. I guess the first guy that got the remote control was in. I made it to Christmas Eve, and I told Angela I had to get the hell out of there. But I guess the funny thing is I kept asking for my coat and my hat because I wanted to go outside. And they had this little blocked off courtyard. Dissimilar to the first place I went to was, and I will tell their name, it was called Williamsville Wellness. And even though I got my differences with them, I will praise their accolades because at least they make you feel like a person, a human being. They don't make you feel like you're a criminal captive. So to Williamsville Wellness, kudos to you. I mean, I don't generally put people on the chopping block. I try not to, but I feel like maybe I can help somebody who's looking. Don't go to Arrowwood. Because you will not be treated with the kind of respect you need to be treated with to do any damn good to yourself. I mean, it only took me 2 or 3 hours once I got out of that place to start drinking again, because that place, this is not the video I wanted to make or the story. Maybe I'll come back and revise it, but I was there 7 days detox, and I think involuntarily 5 days. And I didn't get a coat or a hat, I think, until 2 days before I left. But I kept going outside and backing up against this fence. Of course, everybody's, where's your coat? Well, I don't know. They won't give it to me. Where's your hat? I don't know. I'm just backing up this fence to keep warm. But the whole time I'm grabbing this grass, spinning this grass up. And it didn't go completely unnoticed. A couple of the patients, saw I was doing something. And a couple of the counselors saw I was doing something. And the day I walked out of there, Christmas Day, I believe it was, one of them came up to me and said, what's your plan for leaving? I see you like to weave or do stuff. And I'm like, I wasn't weaving. And she was like, well, what were you doing? I said, I was making a weapon. I said, because I was getting out of here. She's like, well, what did you make? And I pulled it out of my pocket. I had a perfectly round rock that I found, and I had made a sling. David and Goliath. Because I was getting out of that place one way or the other. Yeah. Christmas Eve, I made the joke. It wasn't untrue, but the place got a little unruly. People started smashing chairs up and very unhappy. And I was like, I don't need to be here. But I think maybe my point is, again, this is totally off the cuff and not well thought out. When I watched that woman's video, she had all this stuff to offer to, you know, society or addiction or just being a useful piece of humanity, but she never ever got treated like it. And you know, I don't want to convey the message that anyone looking for help should not get it, because I think they should. I'm still trying, still looking. But sometimes you got to back off. I believe I'm not a shrink, psychologist, not a doctor, whatever. You know, you dig into somebody's mind far enough, you're going to find something bad, and you can spend all your time harping on that. Or you can say, okay, we got this problem. How do we supersede it? You know, what are your assets and what do you bring to the table versus what are all the fucking fucked up shit that you've done in the past that we got to protect you from? You know, why don't we attempt to bring some of the best of you to the forefront and give you the opposite of lack of self-esteem, which would be confidence. Because all these people's reports come back, they have a lack of self-esteem. They have this, there's just all these inferiority problems. And they, like, you go there and you pay money and they bring it up again. Yes, you're fucked up, you're inferior. Let's harp on that for a while. I don't know. Just from the mind of I'm not even going to make a derogatory comment. My mom would hate that. Just from my mind. How about we start from a place of positivity? What can you offer to society? What can you do? And not what are all the terrible fucking things you've done in your entire life. Let's not have 8 meetings or 9 meetings a day and discuss all the things we've done wrong in our entire fucking life. And then get out of 30 days and go to more meetings and discuss all the things we've done wrong. And then go to AA and discuss all the things we've done wrong. And then eat cookies and go home. I mean, I just don't buy into it. I'm not saying that's the only reason I didn't succeed. I'm just saying it damn sure doesn't help. I mean, how about all... I mean, that video I saw, the woman, I mean, she's 20 minutes talking about how her life, she just never succeeded or amounted to anything. And I was like, I just don't believe that. I mean, I believe there's good in everybody. And sometimes even in your failures, you're succeeding at something. And it's those little moments that you have to capture to get someone on this path of self-healing. You just can't keep smacking their failures and addictions and problems in their face 24/7. You got to draw that little piece of good out of them. That's the hidden gem. You could be hiding some terrible, ill-fated bullshit in their entire fucking life. Maybe that shit should be left hidden. But the insecurity. What about the self-reliant, secure person? That little spot where somebody did something good. Why don't we focus on that and spend 8 hours a day for 30 fucking days a month focusing on our good shit and focusing on how we can be that good person without drinking or without doing drugs, without whatever the hell it is our problem is. Because I know I've done a lot of good in my life. I don't care if people think I'm an asshole. I don't care if people disagree with me. But I do not lack confidence. And I am self-assured that I'm a good person. Well, if you need help, seek it out, but choose wisely. That's my rant for the day.